Hey guys, I'm Taryn and welcome to Taryn's Business Hub. In this video, I wanted to talk about honoring the memory of someone that you love while moving forward in your life. How do we honor the memory of someone that we lost? I wanted to just go into the importance of honoring someone while you're moving forward. When I talk about moving forward, I'm not talking about just existing. I'm talking about rebuilding, reshaping your life, even when all the pieces don't fit the same. I'm talking about healing the kind of grief that alters your chemistry. And when I talk about moving forward, I'm talking about the kind of strength that it takes to really pull yourself up when really you just want to go back in time. If someone tells you they just want you to be happy, it's almost like they're skipping the part where your whole world cracked in half. Grief isn't linear. Grief isn't a staircase that you climb. You have memories that needs to be processed. You revisit the pain, you revisit the laughters, you revisit the questions, and sometimes you revisit all of these things at once. I talk about how my dad's loss reshaped me because we shared a vision together, and all of my important decisions, even the minute decisions, me and my dad, we were shoulder to shoulder. Losing that foundation, not only was it not easy, I really didn't have the tools that I needed to come into something like that. But thankfully I had my mom, and then I had a friend that was there really emotionally for me. And that first year, he really grounded me, and he really was there to help course correct some of my thinking as it pertained to my dad's death. I got kindness here and there, and those bits of kindness were lifelines for me, because I was swallowed in so much grief. There were so many things that I had to process. And if you are in that season now, then know that your survival is sacred. You don't have to be strong yet. You just have to be present, and that's enough. When my dad first died, people were telling me, you have to continue the work that you and your dad did, or you have to continue and your dad to be proud. And those words were pretty hollow to me, because to me, I felt, what's the point? If me and my dad were doing it together, I don't have him now, then why keep going? I couldn't grasp the real meaning, because the joy of the journey, in a sense, had been stripped from me. I enjoyed working with my dad, and so I had to find purpose again. I had to find meaning again. As I began to understand the meaning of continuing to move forward, I began to understand the legacy that I was in charge of, not only for myself and what God has given me to do, but also for my dad. The wisdom that he imparted to me, I'm able to share things that my dad said to a broader audience. And I remember reading online someone saying that the death of a loved one happens twice. It's once when they die, and the last time their name is mentioned. Part of me continuing on with my life and sharing wisdom is sharing my dad and his wisdom as well. My dad, Larry Gordon, his name is still living on. He still lives on. And that's important. The second year, the emotional lifeline that I had shifted, and I had to become the architect of my own healing. I had to tap into an inner reservoir in my heart that said super strength. I had to tap into that super strength to keep going, because there were still wounds that I had to process, pains that I had to process. I still wasn't used to not calling my dad. I had to stand up in a way that I never had before. I reached into a part of myself that I didn't even know existed, but something that my dad had been cultivating, the strength that my dad had been cultivating in me all along. And part of that was the strength in my identity. 1 month after my dad died, I decided to relaunch the hub. It took a great strength. It wasn't glamorized strength. It was quiet. It was gritty. It was the kind of strength that woke me up early in the morning to say that even though my dad died, the purpose didn't die. Even when I faltered with finding meaning, I had that emotional support, that emotional lifeline to course correct my thinking, to say, no, this is what God imparted into you, and your dad was there to help steer you along. And you will be doing your dad a great disservice if you stop, because he gave his life so that you can become what you need to become. Continuing on in my work and understanding the contributions that he made, I realized that is the tribute. Moving forward in my life is the tribute. Doing things that he didn't get to accomplish, that is still the tribute. And so your life may not look like mine. Honoring the memory of someone may not look like my memory. And so it's two ways that you can honor the memory of someone that you love while moving forward. The first way is healing the relationship with yourself. If people have a lack of regard around your loved one, if they don't show empathy towards your grief, if what was lost was not the same, if you may have lost more than that person, so it's easy for them to skip down the street while you're holding the weight of grief. If it looks different, you still have to find a way to heal yourself. If nobody understood the dynamic that I had with my dad, that's fine. It doesn't change the dynamic that I had with my dad. It doesn't change the contributions, but it does show me what I need to do to heal myself and not depend on external validations for my healing. Most people focus on external memorials like photos and tributes and traditions, and we have that for my dad as well. And those are beautiful and they are therapeutic as well. But becoming whole within myself is a living tribute as well. Becoming whole within yourself is a living tribute. When you start treating yourself with love and compassion and grace, and not allowing people to push your healing or not allowing people to dismiss your grief, you give yourself grace to grieve the way you want. You give yourself grace to process how you want, to become whole for yourself. That's a way that you honor them. When you stop tolerating what breaks your peace, when you rise into the fulfillment of who they knew that you will become, that's how you honor the memory of the loved one while you move forward. You're honoring the investment that they made in you, not by staying in sorrow, but by becoming the evidence that they planted in you. The second way that you honor the memory of someone, the first is you honor yourself by becoming whole. And the second way is honoring the why, understanding the meaning and respecting the meaning of why you're honoring them. Why is it important that you continue to bring this person into your living existence, even though their bodies aren't here, even though they aren't here physically? Why it's important that you still continue to bring them into your breathing existence? Because honoring them isn't about staying in the past. It's about letting their impact breathe through your presence. To honor someone that has passed, it isn't to dwell on their absence, but it's to say, hey, you made this investment in me, and I continue to show up. The love that you gave to me, it didn't end when your body did. The wisdom that you imparted into me is still active in my choices. And the presence that shaped who I am, I still walk with it forward with intention. It's not about idolatry. It's not about worship. It's about acknowledgement, acknowledging the sacredness that was in that connection and allowing it to help you evolve with intention. Because here's the truth, you're not honoring the death, you're honoring the life, the impact, the alignment that they shared and made inside of you. And that's very much alive. That's not just based on memory. That's based on the essence of something that's very much alive. You honor your loved one by becoming the version of you that they saw you will become, that they didn't get a chance to see in the flesh, because their love didn't die. It lives on in your becoming. So actually honoring someone that passed, it isn't for them, it's for you. It's how you give shape to the impact that they had. It's how you steward the love that didn't end. So whether it's through your parenting, whether it's through your art, whether it's through your choices, every time you show up as someone that they be proud of, you're testifying to what they poured into you. So if you are in that space of grief, or if you're rebuilding like I have had to, then know that your healing is sacred and you're not alone and you're not behind. Let your forward motion be the love that just never dies. As always, I love to hear from you. Drop it in the comment section. What is one way that you are honoring the life of someone that you've lost? You sharing your story may just be the lifeline that someone needs to hear for their own journey. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I definitely hope that it resonated with you. If you haven't already done so, I will definitely encourage you to visit our website. That's www.TarynsBusinessHub.com. If you haven't already subscribed, you can do so right now. Just click the bell. That way you can be up to date on all the videos like this that continue to come down the pipeline. Stay encouraged. And in the meantime, in between time, as always, you'll see me in the next video.